Okay, so I kind of know what we have to do. Wait, no, that's a lie. But we have walkthroughs open, so we should be fine. We'll figure it out. Oh, beds? Can we sleep? Beds? What's the point of all the oh, light clothing. What's the point of all the beds if I can't even sleep in them? It sucks. Thought this might be a good place to grind. Alright then. The thing is with these final dungeons, they're always like so big and confusing, and your steam for like finishing the game is running out, and it's just always like, I kind of wish that the last dungeon was the easiest sometimes. Whoa. Where am I even going? I totally have a walkthrough open because there's no way I would have known what to do. Hi Rusty, it's good to see you again. Yeah, I am doing well. There are some good shoutouts to the cutting room floor on GDQ the other day. Whoa. No, I don't want to leave the castle. I forgot what game it was for. I have to think about it. There was one runner who was playing a game and they're always talking about how much good info was. Oh, it was it was Zelda's Adventure for the CDI. They were shouting out that there was a lot of good info about that game on the cutting room floor. Oh, what emote is that? Thanks for the hype train. Thank you very much for the support, by the way. The Twitch streams do help me with my income, especially in these trying times when conventions are being taken away from me. Oh. I do get a bit of income from the subs that I get on here, and sometimes it helps pay for groceries. Oh, 3 of them. A master of the blade. This lizard man is a strong opponent. Sure, I will answer your question to the best of my ability, Snuffy. I do not have any Sakido plushies available at the moment unless you wanted to buy one that was kind of messed up. Because they are in need of repair, and none of them are repaired at the moment. Whoa. Nina parried that. Wow, this guy is tough. Whoa! That's really good experience, though. I hope I meet more of those guys. Wow! Thank you very much, Dirtus. Darn it. It's the reverse spirit ball or whatever. Spirit bomb. That's what it was. It's a reverse spirit bomb. Dirtus gives back to the people rather than taking it in. Whoa. A lethal foe, especially when found with Quistis. Quisits. Quistis is the Final Fantasy VIII character. Quisits. Quizit. Normally uses Siphon and Depress. Very dangerous when with Veil. Uh-oh. Veil looks pretty cool, though. Yeah, the Step Mania stuff is really wild. Sot likes that stuff, so he's shown me a bunch of it, and it's just... For someone like me, who fucking can't play DDR to save their life, it just looks like somebody's doing the impossible. It just looks fake. I'm not trying to say that what they're doing is fake. I'm just saying that they are doing this really impossible task so expertly that if there wasn't, you know, camera footage, I'm just like, no human being could do this. But they do. And they play for like an hour. That stamina is ridiculous. Could probably break concrete pillars with those calves, honestly. Oh, there was also a Tetris attack run. It's only like 10 minutes long, but oh my gosh. You've been playing a lot of Tetris Attack lately, Dara? Or, lately, Princess? So, if you want to see super speed, that person was just on another plane of thought. That was just ridiculous. They just clear the entire board, like, immediately. They know where every combo is. Whoa, this is confusing. Yeah, that goat guy looks sick. Oof. Holy cow! We'll swap you out because I'm worried about your HP. Same with you. Well, I didn't really even realize that he would do more damage. That's really risky, though. Waits patiently to counter its enemy's attacks. Huh. How is a shield a backslash? Backlash. I wonder what that shield does. Oh, I don't actually have a lot of... Oh, I have a lot of vitamins, though. I guess it's different from another kind of counter. Right? Give me some vitamins. I'd eat a whole mouthful of Flintstones vitamins if that worked. Oh, sweet. The boyfriends are back. Holy! I'm gonna assume that message meant that Urshin's holy power is down, but the hyphen made it look like they're going, holy! Take care, DJ Micro. Yeah, it does feel kind of low, but I believe I am at the end of the game. So we'll find out if, you know, I got to the end of the game around level 35, and then it turns out that to beat the final boss, you need to be level 45. We will see how it turns out. Okay. No working elevator for me. Does that mean I have to backtrack? Ugh, these characters. Gross. The cancellation of Further Confusion disappointed me more than I expected. I actually canceled before the convention officially canceled. There were so many other vendies and attendees who had dropped out that I could no longer guarantee that going would earn me a profit. And if conventions are going away again, then I have to be more careful with my money. I am very fortunate in that I have a very stable living situation, but it's just one of those things where it's disappointing. There were some big purchases that I was hoping to be able to make this year. Stuff that isn't very exciting, but it's like house stuff. And now I have to be careful and tighten my belt once more and be mindful about how I'm spending money again. It's just like, dang it. I liked having my full income. Now I have to go back to the reduced income. It's like, God. Sucks. For example, I was gonna pay for some yard maintenance. Our neighbor's eucalyptus tree is getting out of hand. It's the tree, or one of the trees, that fell on my house last year. And looking at it again, it's so big and overgrown that part of it just totally hangs over my yard. And not only that, there's just like yard cleanup, and then thinking of getting an exterminator because last summer the ant problem that I had was just ridiculous. I'm used to just ants sneaking their way into my house. I got turned around. I got turned around because I was talking and I was focusing on the random battle. I was thinking that it would be a good idea to pay for this extensive yard cleanup because there's a lot of dead leaves and lots of other things in my backyard, and there's so much of it that it would be a lot of work for somebody to do it by themselves, namely me, or even just saw it. Like, it would be a lot. So it might be worth getting a professional to clean it up a bit. Thinking about getting that tree trimmed, in which case I would probably have to split the cost with the neighbor in order to do that. I mean, they should do it themselves, but you know what I mean? I expect to be like, I'll help you out so we could actually do it and your tree won't fall on my house. And then an exterminator. But also, there was a pipe that broke. Still haven't gotten that fixed. It was the outdoor pipe that feeds water to our washing machine. It's still not repaired. Well, it's repaired, but I want it replaced. Because the pipe is not good for transporting water. and that's why it is prone to breaking. This is the second time since I've lived here that pipe has broken. And the way it breaks is that suddenly there's an explosion, and wherever the leak was, it just explodes right out of the ground and floods the yard with water. Fun stuff. And not only that, but I am committing to getting a fursuit. I already put the down payment on before I knew that conventions were going to be canceled again. And I've decided that, well, I already had the full amount tucked away before I even committed to getting the suit. And I've decided that, no, I'm still going to get it. It would be cool if my VR model also got finished this year, but it is funny that I don't own a VR set either, and that would have been another, you know, that's another cost. Like, that's recreational. Less important than maintaining my home. But it's still one of those things like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be cool to get a VR index? Oh, well, there goes the convention money, can't do that. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. I'm trying not to act too entitled because I'm very thankful for the stability and the good friends that I have, so it's not all doom and gloom. I think really what it is like not that I'm super depressed or super sad, it's just kind of frustrating because there's all these little things that I want to like move on with. I want to move on with like these big like maintenance things that I wanted to save up money for, these that are expensive. There's these like little projects or something that I wish I could like get off the ground, but with the pandemic shutting everything down again because people don't get vaccinated, because people don't wear masks, because people just are they think that they're done. They feel like they're just done with the pandemic now, and because they're just tired of dealing with it, they're just going to act like they don't have to anymore. So we're going to have to just do this forever. It's just that feeling of stagnation that I'm like, we could have been over this by now. We could have been done. We could have gone back to... you've all heard this before. It's just frustrating. I hate this feeling of stagnation, and I hate this feeling of, like, isolation. The streams do help a lot, though, so I'm not going to try and make it a depressing one for everybody. I'm really happy to be back, and I'm happy to see everybody again. And I'm happy that we can keep each other company. This shit sucks, yo. This fucking sucks. Holy.
Wow, you like anime? Nerd.
Oh well, I shouldn't focus too much on things I can't change. So what I should do is think about how I want to spend my time this year. Like if I can't go to these conventions or something, then I can use that time to work on different comics or something, I suppose, or learn new skills. I will. There is one thing that's going to be taking up some time this spring that I'm excited for, at least. A friend of mine from the cartoon school that we both went to invited me to speak to a class that they're teaching, or a couple classes that... No, I think it's just one class, but it's multiple sessions. A class that they are teaching, and that's going to be fun. I had been thinking that even if I wanted to take it easy with conventions anyway. Like it sucks that they're being completely cut off of me, but like I was thinking of maybe I want to go to an event or two, even if I'm not a vendor, just to have fun. And I think that's part of what the fursuit was for, was to give me more of like an incentive to go to a show, just to have a good time rather than to work the whole time. And if I were going to do that, I would occupy myself by hosting panels more often, because I actually really like hosting panels because I like public speaking. And I haven't really done that in a while, and I want to get back to it. Boy, when all the rooms look kind of the same, it's so easy to get lost. I think this is where I'm going, though. I don't know if I would call it a meme, but it is an animation that I made and I was very happy with. Even something like that would be more fun to experiment with, you know? Little more limited animations. Oh. Wow. Cray just said, no, I won't die. Oh. You will die to this, though. Don't worry, Cray. I still think you're impressive. Okay, we got the yellow seal, and we changed those beams. Maybe if we walk on those beams, that would be a good thing. Oh. Sweet. Welcome to the chat, Riku Urufu. Riku Urufu. I hope you have lots of food. Being Snowden sucks. Drink some hot cocoa for me. Inky? I don't recall an Inky, I'm sorry. Unless they have a longer name? Oh, this thing has an upsetting frame when it's like holding in its breath or something. It looks gross. Like, I think because all the holes are closed and it looks uncanny. I mean, it already looks gross. Inky notebook. I'm not sure if that sounds familiar or not. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Yeah, auto-generated captions are not very good. If I speak slowly and enunciate, it's not so bad. So I don't mind repeating myself if anybody needs it. I have to admit that I don't work very closely with anybody who does dubs of my work. I just ended up being kind of frustrated that I would spend a lot of time on something that didn't go anywhere. So I just stopped investing time and emotion into it. People can make projects if they wish, but I'm tired of being disappointed. So I just sort of let people do their own thing. I've got enough to worry about with my own projects. Wait a minute, I just made this inaccessible to me. But you have to do that to reach something. So how do you get back up? There's nothing I love more than big dungeons that all look the same. At least we can look at some beautiful beans thanks to Tierin. Yeah, every bit of experience is good experience. Thank you for the hydration. I will enjoy this delicious tangerine juice. Hey, it's alright. I don't mind at all. Like, it's a big world out there, and even, like... I'm in my mid-30s, and I've seen the way that the internet has grown up since I was a kid, and oh my gosh, information overload. I can't pay attention to, like, everything, you know? And then sometimes you find out that the world is a small place, that, like, there is some cool content right around the corner that was just under your nose the whole time and you just didn't know it was there. Like, that happens to me all the time. I don't test people on being able to just know every single thing that I do, because I'm always getting surprised by other people and who knows each other and everything like that. I think it's fun. I was just thinking today that every day that I look at my Twitter timeline, there's somebody celebrating a birthday. It feels like that. It's like, oh, it's my birthday, and then I'm like, I'm starting to feel fatigued of typing happy birthday all the time. Like, I feel bad. You know, that birthday is important to that person, but on my end, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm wishing somebody happy birthday like every day. Or at least thinking about it, because I don't like the spam. You know, to be honest, I don't know if this game has any repels. Okay, I took the time to look at a walkthrough, and yeah, I have to walk back to, I've got to walk back to where that lever was and pull it down so I can get out of here. It's just very confusing when the dungeon looks pretty samey, and then if I'm in a random battle for a while, by the time I get back to the map, I'm like, I don't know where I am. My god. You boys are getting your ass whooped by these guys. Let's take this a little seriously. Yeah. you only have water. Oh well. Let's see if magic does a little better with these guys. I don't think I finished any of those things, but I did start those things. I mean, Princess and I played through Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze together, and that was fun. We started Tales of Berseria, but we didn't finish. I think we got about halfway, which isn't bad. I started reading a collection of short stories by Ursula Le Guin, which are very good, and that's really good for me because I've been wanting to read more of Ursula Le Guin's work for a long time. I've only read, at this point, a couple of her short stories and the first Wizard of Earthsea book. And I also have made more progress in a book about asexuality by Angela Chen. Very good stuff. Very good read. Ooh, Mario Odyssey is good stuff. And thank God. Okay, we're getting closer to freedom. Have a good night. Let's see, I played a bit more Pokemon Brilliant Pearl, or Shining Pearl, whatever. I've been playing that in Japanese, and it's been good because I can pretty much follow it. There's, every once in a while, there's like a word I don't know, and I have to double check what it is, but grammar is very easy, and I'm happy for that. I am happy that it is proof that the regular sessions of playing Ace Attorney in Japanese with my friend Animo has paid off, and my Japanese reading comprehension has improved. I'm making my way slowly through that game, not really taking it seriously, getting reading practice in, and to make it more interesting for me, I am making it a living dex. I'm, you know, doing my best to create a living dex while I play, and that's nice and leisurely. How excited I am for Legends Arceus? I would say cautiously optimistic. Well, that's kind of a overused turn of phrase, though. So I guess, like, I think that it's going to be a lot of fun to play. I'm probably not going to buy it as soon as it comes out. I'll probably take the Pokemon Snap route and see how other people are reacting to it first before I pluck down the money. But I expect that it's going to be just fine, and that a lot of the whiners are going to shut up once they could actually play the game and they're having fun with it. And really my hesitation is just because now I've gotten an ever-growing, like, pile of shame. I'm usually pretty good about, like, not buying games until I intend to play them, but oh my goodness. The great Ace Attorney Chronicles are staring at me from inside my Switch, looking at me and wondering why I haven't played them yet. I think the game is going to turn out fine. Usually just people want to bitch about anything. And Pokemon is a popular topic. It's... Okay, let's go over this. Pokemon is the most popular franchise in the world. No holds barred. You can look up the data. It is the most popular franchise in the world. If you have the most popular franchise in the world, that means you have the maximum amount of people who know what it is and they want to say something about it. Whether it's good, neutral... Like, even if it's a statement like, I don't care, like, there's going to be the most number of people you have in the world talking about it. Then you go to social media, and what are you going to see? You're going to see people echoing each other, they're going to be reacting to each other, they're going to get in fights with each other. It's just going to be a mess. So I'm getting to this point where I'm just like, it doesn't matter what the hell property it could be. It could be fucking, I don't know, somebody invents an infinite bag of food, and people would just be like, hashtag problematic. I don't know. Like, and I'm not trying to say that as I don't believe in social justice or anything like that. I'm trying to say that there are people who would co-opt like those things, just fucking dunk on whatever they want. So I'm saying I think to a certain extent that outrage is inevitable. Like, here's my opinion. Like, the fact that they announced the Diamond and Pearl remakes at the same time as Legends Arceus. Those are two games about the same region, the same, roughly generation of Pokemon. Like, Arceus is a little, like, or Arceus or whatever is a little, a little wiggly because it's got different gens in there. Like, they basically announced two new games for this gen at the same time. Here's a extremely faithful to the original remake. Yeah, you can call it cheap. Yeah, you can say it's lame, whatever. It is extremely faithful to the original. Some people actually like that sort of thing. And then here's a completely new take on the franchise. Like, completely new. Like, totally different game mechanics. We got some of the old stuff in there, but we're just totally mixing up. And they announced these things at the same time. The same announcement had both a very old thing, like a re-release of a very old thing, a remaster of a very old thing, and a completely new thing. And people still complain. It's like, at that point, like, you already reached the point in which, like, what am I going to complain about? I already have all the riches of heaven. It's kind of this feeling I have where, like, there weren't a whole lot of late additions to Smash Brothers that I really cared for. Like, I don't really care about Kazuya, Pyra, Mithra, Joker. Like, these are all characters I don't give a shit about. However, I got Banjo-Kazooie. What the hell am I complaining about? I don't have anything to complain about anymore because you gave me Banjo-Kazooie. Aquatic? There's a lot going on here. An aquatic lizard that can coordinate attacks with others. That doesn't look very aquatic to me. You just you have a pterodactyl with big stompers and a fucking fish tail or a dolphin tail. And there's a hole in its head. Wow, there's a whole lot going on here. I kind of like it though. And it's called a fire wing? Well, you just couldn't make up your mind, could you? This is my first soda. It's part fire, it's part water, and it's part lizard, and part bird, and part pterodactyl, and it's got a hole in its head. Or Ursula. Oh boy, I'm just glad that we're making some kind of progress here. Anyway, I get it. Like, when I was younger, I was a lot more outspoken about the things that I dislike, and I still have that part of me. That is still a part of me, and sometimes I get kind of cranky because I get really frustrated at some of the properties that I do not enjoy, and for personal reasons, like my personal taste, but also just, you know, I have my reasons why there are just some franchises, some things that I just do not enjoy, but lots of, like, millions of other people enjoy them. They love it. It's the most favorite thing in the world. They fucking adore it. And they're going to scream it to the heavens. And then seeing that in my timeline can make me grumpy. And not everyone is going to be mature enough to, like, take the time to realize, oh, like, or have the experience, I should say, to realize, like, no matter how I scream about this, I cannot change that these people get a lot of joy from this multi-million-dollar franchise. I don't have that kind of control over the world, and also it is okay to let people enjoy things sometimes. So it takes a certain amount of maturity to realize, like, you don't have that kind of control. You can simply mute terms on your social media. You can look at social media less. You can try to remember that the world is a big place, and just try to remember that whatever thing you don't like, guaranteed that there are people out there who've never even heard of it before. And it can be tough. Like, I get really caught up in that sort of thing. It's like one of the demons that's always clinging to my shoulder. So I'm saying that, like, you can't really change the fact that there's going to be a bunch of people out there who don't like Pokemon and are going to find every excuse in the book to dunk on it because, like, it is the world's most popular subject. Everyone wants to be able to, and also social media has trained us to, we want to seek attention. It really feeds into our impulses. Like, there's no impulse control. We want to just say whatever's on our mind as soon as possible, and then get engagement on these platforms that basically are designed to manufacture discontent, because discontent is what gets clicks. Discontent is what gets replies. That's what gets people, like, quote retweeting each other to, like, dunk on each other. They will, like, quote retweet something to say this is wrong, but by doing that they are spreading the word of the person that they don't like. They are going to reply to a tweet, and replying to a tweet gets more engagement, which bumps it up. So all I'm saying is, don't get played by the system. People have always acted this shitty and entitled about Pokemon, I am sure. Game Freak and Nintendo knows that very well, that there is just going to be people who hate their stuff and will make their whole identity hating that thing. Because I've been there, I've done that, and now I'm just trying to say, hey, you know, it's a big world out there. I should, instead of driving myself insane over these things I can't control, I should make a better effort to experience new things. And that is exactly why we're here today in JRPG Sunday, and I'm playing an RPG I've never played before. Because I was getting tired of my own self being a grumpy Gus about things I can't change. And franchises I can't change. It's like, wait, I'm just a consumer. I should just play games. Why am I getting cranky about it? Yeah, I highly recommend taking the time to mute terms of things you don't enjoy. You don't enjoy hearing about one way or another. Like, I muted terms because I got tired of hearing about them, both positive and negative. Like, I just didn't want to hear about it anymore. Like, I don't care if you're dunking on it. I just don't want to, like, have it occupy brain space anymore. And it's amazing, like, what a difference that makes. To give yourself the ability to, like, I don't know. It almost feels like an obligation, right? It almost feels like an obligation. Like, I have to think about this thing so I can be mad about it and remember my anger about it. But it's also very tiring to do that. And sometimes it's good to just, you know, I'm not going to spend any time thinking about this property. Good or bad. I do not want Pokemon for adults because I think that the people who are asking for that sort of thing don't understand what makes Pokemon appealing. Appealing. They're gonna make it gross or cynical in some way, and I really don't want that. Okay, another elevator I can't summon. Good to know. I like there's just one little bat hanging out here. Oops. Holy cow. This guy's strong. Oh, he's got a different description. A tough monster that gives as well as it gets. Okay. Titan's magical ability is weakened. Well, it was still strong enough to blow up Cray. Man, Cray is serious. Oh yeah, I lost to the fighting gym too. That's happened to me very recently, actually. I underestimated, Maylene, I think is her, English name? I underestimated her, and she kicked my butt. And then the next time, I'm like, oh, okay, I shouldn't underestimate you. I was trying to raise Pokemon to fill up my decks. So I just put my Monferno in their lead and used, actually, I forgot the name of the move in English. The move that, the punch it uses that makes its attack raise, I just used that. And then by the time I got to the Lucario, one Mach Punch just fucking blew it up. Power Up Punch, there we go. Yeah, in Japanese that move is called Grow Punch. So, I was like, I don't remember the name of this. I'm already forgetting the name of Pokemon. That's how I know my brain is healthy. It's starting to toss out all this useless information. Holy cow, this guy's strong. Well, now you know the move it is. It is Power Up Punch. Boy, that guy was scary. Oh, I'm very excited for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now that game, I think, is a day one purchase for me. That game looks gorgeous. And it's Kirby. New Kirby game for the Switch. That looks really pretty. That's all I want. Look pretty and be cute and be fun and have lots of cool music. Oh god, this guy again. God, dead in one hit. And it didn't even work. Great. No one wants to see that, buddy. Hi, Gail. Oh, that's weak. I was so close to killing this guy. There you go. Poppy. Good girl. Good girl, Poppy. Who's your Poppy? Good girl. Poppy. You're a good girl. That's side eye. Poppy. Yeah, you're a good girl. Okay, I think there's a safe spot in here. So I want to do that. Isn't there? Dang it, there's not. Walk through, lie to me. To the north. Okay, I will give Poppy pets right now. I'll finish the last of this tangerine juice. I like a good orange juice, but man, tangerine juice is so good. I just like the flavor of tangerine juice a little better than orange juice. I mean, it's pretty much the same. It just has a nicer It's just got that flavor, that tangerine flavor that's nice and I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I'm just describing a sweet orange, right? And isn't that orange juice? It's just got that like different aftertaste that a tangerine does. That it's different from an orange, you know? It hasn't been sweet? What orange juice are you drinking? Eh, it's okay. Maybe you just don't like orange juice. But yeah, sorry, I've hit a stumbling block with like, I don't know how to describe the difference between a tangerine and an orange, like their flavors. I just know that the tangerine has like a slightly more pleasant and sweet flavor than an orange does. Oh, Sunny D isn't juice, it's flavored sugar drink. Which I do enjoy at times, but it's good to just acknowledge things for what they are. Not what you want them to be. You know what's pretty good in a grapefruit? Salt. Surprisingly good combo. It kind of eliminates that bitter aftertaste that grapefruit has that doesn't really... Like, I don't like it. It's not the worst, but it's not something that I really enjoy. But if I end up having, like, you know, if I'm in a restaurant and they gave me a half of a grapefruit, just put some salt on that baby, and it's pretty good. And there's your life hack. Salt on fruit tastes good. Salt on grapefruit, salt on watermelon, salt tastes good on fruit. Yeah, I'm sure the sugar tastes nice too. It's just a way to do it without adding, you know, sugar. Okay, I think that there is a save point nearby though. I just need to find the correct door. Here we go. Thank God. Phew, now I feel a lot better. I love watermelon. I always end up being too lazy to cut it up and put it away. So I am guilty. I have bought watermelons that I just didn't cut properly in time. It actually went bad. It sucks. But I do like a good melon. Watermelon, cantaloupe. I even like honeydew. Salted black olives. I gotta say, I am not an olive fan. I don't mind the black olives on pizza or if they're in spaghetti sauce, because I will add them to my own spaghetti sauce if I feel like making my own spaghetti sauce from scratch, which I have done. But other than that, like other than a condiment that's already included in a dish, I don't really go for them. Oh, macaroni salad is also a place where I will eat black olives. My friend has a really good macaroni salad recipe that he makes, and I think black olives are in there, along with baby corns. Oh, he's got a neat hat. He's got one of those emperor hats. The crown. You know, random thought. I just realized I don't know a whole lot about this crowns that they about crowns in general, but also like about traditional this looks Chinese as heck. Like it's fascinating. Like I want to learn about regalia. I want to learn about the big thing, the big drooping. I think they're feathers usually. Anyway, nice hat. I don't even know what to call it. I know so little. Anyway, but what is this? These mortals thou hath brought with thee have no business here. Ooh. Come, come hither, thou who art me. Okay. Rupert, 'tis I. The time hath come for us to unite, that we may become a true god at last. Discard that shell of flesh thou wearest and free thy spirit. Join with me. Yes, come to me. Then we shall bid farewell to this wretched world. 'Twould appear that thou hast lived among the mortals far too long, Rupert. We must sever thine ties with this world, untangle the paths that hath tangled. I shall await thee, Rupert, in the place where this all began. Rupert! I was so scared, Rupert, I couldn't move at all. But it looks like we're all right now. So, was he really here at all? Or was that some kind of projection? She says that Rupert has become too caught up in this world and with mortals. He was unable to merge with the Emperor. Well, I guess we've got no choice but to keep on going. Let's go. Hang on, I get take a quick break. I'm back. I just needed to... well, I'm too hydrated, let's put it that way. Let's see. Okay. Sorry about that. I was distracted because I was reading the walkthrough. I just wanted to make sure I knew what was coming up because, yeah, it's fun to be unspoiled, but also I don't want to. I don't want to get tricked into doing something that will end my game. That would suck. So, hang on. Or 6 centuries ago. An interminably long span of time as mortals reckon. But a brief twinkling for us. To this earth a god was summoned. But as the summoning was not perfect, that god was cleft in twain, split asunder into two bodies. 'Tis strange to meet one's self in this fashion. Thou knowest what I am thinking, dost thou not, Rupert? I can feel thy thoughts. I see thy memories of thy journeys with the mortals as clearly as if they weren't my own. I'm reading your Twitter timeline right now. Hear me, Rupert, thou who art me. They are nothing compared to thee. They be caught up in thy path, nothing more. They are called randos. So I read that this is unwinnable. I mean, it's unwinnable, but it is losable. Thou seekest to... oh, yeah, whatever. I can't read out loud fast enough, apparently. So you can't win, but you can lose. Thou wishest to bequeath a future to them. Can thou withstand mine power? Can you imagine if we named Rupert Ryu-chan instead? Should ye fall, the something protect, whatever. How much longer can thee defend thyself against me? Hubert! Rupert, thou art confused. Dost thou truly think this world be worthy of thy protection? Thou hast seen it with thine own eyes, the mortals' joy and their anger, their mirth and their grief, their lives and their deaths. But thou dost not understand the truth, Rupert. All they are, is of no consequence to us. We are endless. What be these things to us other than petty diversions? Zacian and Zamazenta. Yes, the two legendary Pokemon of Sword and Shield, Jocelyn and Zamazenta. Thanks, Captioner. Uh, they, the mortals, art ignorant, prideful animals. They doth lie to one another, injure themselves and their fellows, and they kill each other and all around them for sport. Their folly is immeasurable. Thou understandeth, dost thou not, Rupert? They are selfish, yes? So, I looked this up. If you say, maybe so, they are selfish, Ryu will fuse with Fulu, make the Infini-Dragon, which is like infinity, but it's missing the last syllable. The Infini, well, the caption, yeah, the Infini-Dragon, there it is. And your final battle will be against your own party members, and it's basically unlosable because fusing together to make the Infini-Dragon, it's like infinity strong. It's super duper, has a million HP, like has 9,999 HP. It has like every ability. You could just blow up your old party member, and that's one of the endings. But if we say, I don't know, then you get the other ending, which is resisting against Fulu and his fusion and believing in the world. Were the mortals thou hast encountered not cruel? Oh, you have to do it again? I don't know. This kind of just makes Rupert look kind of dumb instead of resolved. What was up with that guy? Hey game, what was up with that guy? Why was he so weird? Did I just miss all the exposition about that guy? What was with that guy? Were they not foolish? I don't know. That was pretty gross. Open thine eyes, Rupert. Rupert! Rupert, I like this world the way it is. The way it is with you in it. In spite of all its problems and all of what's wrong with it, I want to believe in my world. Be that the best ye can do? Thou sayest thou believeth in this world? That thou dost find it favorable and pleasing? These be but fleeting sentiments. They mean nothing. Nuh-uh. Come, Rupert. The time hath come for us to become one God at last. Open thy eyes to the truth thy heart showeth thee. The mortals be unfit for our favor. You can feel Fulu's despair permeating your thoughts. You're wrong. Slap. So be it. 'Twould appear thou has lived amongst the mortals too long. However, that shall be remedied anon. Hey, you didn't tell me about that thing. Ooh. Why does that guy sound bored? Yeah, this is making me want to get that Breath of Fire art book. I don't know if that's easily available anymore, since I assume it's been out of print for several years now. But I looked at it and it really made me want to actually play the Fire Emblem Breath of Fire, the Breath of Fire games, because the character designs look so cool. There are still 2 remaining I have not played though, and that is number 2 and number 5. Whoa, that does a lot. Oh, it's like the same thing. Let's check this out. Oh, so these are the Kaiser and the Tyrant, I suppose. Well, it's not exactly the same. Rupert, no, you should aim a little more. You just took out an entire continent. Oh, man. Poor guy. Yeah, the holographic wings are really good. Oh, Camelot did say that they'd like to make a Breath of Fire? Man, that would be something. Where's Golden Sun, though? Come on, guys. Well, Golden Sun games are really cool, like the aesthetically and everything, but man, do the stories need an editor. God. No, Camelot is currently owned by Nintendo. Hello, welcome to the chat. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just hoping that I can get through these last bosses Because it's always like super scary in a JRPG is when you get to the last boss and you're not sure if you're strong enough to beat it up. But we will do our best. At least I saved not that long ago. So at worst, we'd have to read through the cutscenes again, but smash a button through that. My bad. I thought that Nintendo had recently purchased Camelot. But I guess I heard wrong. Alright, you're right. The top option was the bad one. That might be kind of fun to see if I did it by accident, though. Hey, not bad. Yeah, this game's soundtrack is really interesting. I will say that the soundtrack to Breath of Fire 3 really grew on me after some time. Like, during the game, I thought it was pretty neat, but then I went back and would just listen to it in my spare time, and I found it extremely catchy. This game is pretty hit or miss. There are some tracks that are really cool, and I think that the choices are bold, but just not to my personal taste, I suppose. Like, I appreciate the creativity, but it's just not quite my cup of tea. It's a little too chill, a little too boring, honestly, sometimes. Ooh, is the art book still really expensive? Because I am tempted. However, I did get 2 art books for Christmas. Oh no, I got 4! I got 4 art books for Christmas. And I really need to look through them. I got the art books for Mario Odyssey, Kirby, Zootopia, and Raya and the Last Dragon. Which I will put a big asterisk here. I think that the art of those last 2 are really impressive, but the movies, well, they're not my favorite movies, but there's a lot of good artwork in them. Raya and the Last Dragon especially, like, that's a movie that I found, like, really aesthetically gorgeous, but then the story really let me down. You did your best, Nina. Ooh, it's on archive.org. Holy cow. Is this legal? I don't mind, personally. I don't care. I don't give a shit. But, I'm just amazed that it's here. Well, there we go then. A pretty art book for everybody to enjoy. Oh, they didn't do as much this time, but I guess it's because its element changed. You're right, they're not quite on the center. I think this is just the strongest thing that I know how to do. So I'm playing it very safe. This game is from the year 2000, so it is 22 years old. Or I guess a little younger than that, depending on what month it came out. had a feeling that would miss. I didn't need to see anyway. Hang on. Can I combo with this guy? Yeah, this is fine. Staying the course is fine. I was gonna say, Dark Wave sure looks dark. Yeah, the year 2000, I think, is the year that Chrono Cross came out. And, like, Final Fantasy X was, like, the year after or something? They're all really close to each other. It was also the year that Skies of Arcadia came out. And Majora's Mask came out. Whoa, Nina is clinging on to dear life there. Ooh, the first Paper Mario came out that year too? Wow. I never did finish Mega Man Legends, and thus never played Mega Man Legends 2. I've always meant to, though. I had fun, but I got stuck on a boss, and then my distraction, or my attention, was called away to Final Fantasy VII instead. Yeah, this guy is not going down easily, that's for sure. Okay.
やるわね。負けません。
Katopa is reminding me of the sounds that are in Kamen Rider O's, which Sot and I are watching with a friend, Barnum. Tatoba, Tatoba.
ほれ。
Oh no, is Ursula going to die right after I tried healing her? Right after she had that lovely roast. Oh, it missed. Good. Oh yeah, they do kind of look like that. The Zone of the Enders ones were the ones with the emphasis on cockpit, weren't they?
マグナム。
Jeez, that's
やるわね。
wow, Ursula. Dang. Jeez, it hurts hard. Oh, is my mic not working? I think I was muttering. Sorry, I should be more talkative. I'm really focused on not dying in this boss fight and head empty. It's the year 2022 where my last brain cells are struggling. I just don't want to beef beef this fight. Please die, God. Your mom lets you have 2 brain cells? I'm doing pretty good for the most part, but like I think that I had a day like Friday, yeah, I think it was Friday, where oh wait a minute, we have a visitor. Where all the shitty things that had been happening lately were really weighing on my mind, and it was a moment where I was just like, wow, things suck. Sometimes they're catching up to me. And everybody can go to the void thanks to Bowser here. Yay, we did it! Bowser! Why, Rupert? We art one mind, if not one body. Yet I cannot fathom thy thoughts. How doth this world appear to thee? What dost thou seeth in it? This world of yours. Oh, it might not be as bad as you think it is, says Deus. You're right. People are sometimes foolish and weak. Sometimes they do the wrong thing. But not everyone is like that. You can't give up a hope for a better world. They that called me here did say much the same as thee. But their deeds did not liveth up to the promise of the flowery speech their tongues professed. They did seek to use my power to make war upon their fellows, to kill their enemies. And now, let us end now. Whoa! Mew 3? Unknown. Well, GameFAQs knows what you are. Whoa, this music is so ominous. Oh boy, it has even more HP than the previous phase. Oh no, it has the same amount, which was already a stupid amount. Oh, I hate it when the music is something like this. It's so lame. I'm gonna fall asleep during this fight. I hate moves like that. Screw you, buddy. Yeah, this one is the for real final boss. Well, at least we get to see these guys again. Oh yeah, I forgot that it kills you with its tears. Whoa, he's got a funky face. Wow. Right now, I guess I just want to try and get everybody's HP up so we can actually damage this guy. In case you were wondering, this guy and the previous boss have the same amount of HP, which is 75,000. Oh, it's weak to fire. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, that fucking ability, man. I just turned into a dragon. Whoa. That's a serious looking earth attack. Hell yeah, Ursula. Well, sorry, Ursula. Sucks when he attacks first. Whoa. I didn't know that's what it did. I thought it was also an attack and had that, but I guess it's the only thing it does. Protect you from a move? Okay. I guess that's all it does. Yeah, that's good. I really worry about... What? Well, so much for that, I guess. Return anyway, thanks to that dragon. Yeah, Dragon Quest does have revive spells, but the revive spells miss, which is something that Skies Arcadia inherited, this game inherited. I don't like that revive spells have a chance to miss. I hate that. Miss? What missed at the end? Oh, probably the stunning. Lucky strike, huh? Thanks. And fail, huh? Well, let's be a little more safe about that. On the subject of revives, have you ever wondered what the heck a revive is in Pokemon? What is it? It's like a little crystal? Do they eat it? What is it? I feel like the Japanese word for that item doesn't shed any light on it, because it's like Genki, which is like energy or like healthiness or something. Hakera, I think? It's just a shard? Like, healthiness shard? Like, what is it? Vitality, that's a good word for it. Vitality fragment. A fragment of what? Of vitality? Maybe they just never decided how it was going to be used. You know, there are several things in Psychic M that kind of worked out that way, where I was like, I'm going to explain this in the future, and then I realized I never did. And I look back like, the opportunity to explain that actually just fucking went away. It reminds me of an episode of Pokemon Journeys where they are reviving fossils in the Galar region. And they're like, oh, it's very interesting. The whole process for reviving a fossil, it's just like Pokeballs where, and then the other person cuts off the other scientist and goes, and they're not really interested in that. And then they just skip past it. This song actually reminds me a lot of the final boss music of Suikoden 5, in which I don't remember how that song goes at all, but I do remember that when my friend got to that boss fight, I fell asleep. Because it's supposed to be this really serious kind of song, but it's really, really boring. And it's like this genre of like serious RPG or video game music that just fucking puts me to sleep. Can I have a banger for my final boss, please? Can you make me actually like energized and like excited to do it instead of just putting me to sleep? Like, this is so dull. This is so boring. This is exactly what's wrong with this soundtrack. I mean, there are some really cool decisions in this soundtrack, but this is really hit. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Where there's a lot of boring choices in this. Ugh, I'm fucking. Ugh. Sleepy time. Oh, thank you very much for the stretch and hydration. I will do that while these animations play out. I'm sure that they keep this stuff intentionally vague. I learned from the Dragon Quest movie that they eat the medicinal herbs, which I didn't know they did that before. That movie has a really terrible ending, but it is a beauty. It does make me want to watch more movies by the same animation studio. I think they're the same studio that made the Lupin the Third movie a few years ago. And that looked pretty neat. Jeez. Lupin is a lot of fun. It's not like I'm super well versed in it or anything, but I've seen a couple episodes. I watched the Miyazaki movie, and I think that's kind of all. Like, you don't really need to know a whole lot about them to enjoy it because it's just about a master thief and his henchmen, or his comrades, I suppose, not henchmen, his comrades, doing a heist. Anime hijinks ensue. Take care. I hope you find some good eats. Yeah, it was great to see you again. I am glad to be back. That's a nice chunk of damage. Annoying. Well, at least I know they won't die. I'll just make sure everybody's healed. Jeez. So mean. Yikes. Ugly move. It annoys me that it's hard to revive a party member when they're not in, like, you can't do it if they're not in your front row, and there's no way to move them to the front row, so if they're passed out, then that's it. That's tough to deal with. Other than that, I really like this battle system. I like that you are actually using all of your characters, instead of just, you have the 3 or 4 people who are in the front, and then everyone else just watches you die. But, that's mean. I'm really surprised that Ryu is able to keep going. Well, there was my one chance to revive Urshin. Fuck that move. That sucks. Yeah, Cray, hit him with your club. Yeah, I experienced this fight and I'm like, it's really long, the music's boring, I get the point, he's really strong or whatever. Can this just be over? I thought about that, but I actually don't remember which button is the save state button. I think I have to press escape to see the saves menu, but that freaks me out because I keep thinking that if I press escape, it'll close the game. So I guess I'm playing pretty risky now. I should have double checked what those controls were. We can just think that I'm trying to make it a little bit more interesting by giving this some stakes, because otherwise this battle is so boring. The animations aren't even that cool because we already saw the cool ones. And like, he doesn't do anything over there looking like Mew 3. Yeah, we'll just fire up a video of the ending and go from there. Honestly tempting. Oh, I did it! Looks like I won't need to do that after all. Oh, it's so unceremonious when you do it too. We're in the Kraft mac and cheese dimension. Oh. So tis I oh. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about Kraft mac and cheese. I see it now for the first time through thy eyes. The mortals are indeed weak, but they have made Kraft mac and cheese. I will succumb to the Easy Mac. Foolish. Verily, a collection of contradictions. And yet, they are magnificent. Whoa. What was that? I realized then that Rupert, who had traveled for so long and so far with us, was no longer with us. Oh, bummer. Rupert? But at the same time, I knew in my heart that it was still Rupert. You are Rupert, aren't you? Cool, I got a palette change. Yes, Nina, I am Rupert, but I am also Fulu. So what next? What's going to happen to the world now? I understand now what Fulu is trying to tell me. What he really wanted to say is that this world does not need gods. Buper, you don't mean... That is why I'm going to cast them out. Just like you wanted me to, Deus. Rupert said he was going to cast out the gods. Alright, everybody. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Whoa, that guy looks cool. Oh yeah, we saw that one before. Okay, so like there's a lot of RPGs that retread this story about like we don't need any gods, we can just make our own path, and it makes me wonder like, okay, what is actually going on here? What is this story really about? They would lose their power and live out their lives as ordinary mortals. Wait, you turned all the dragons into people? Or what? And it makes me wonder, like, okay, depending on the story, I wonder what the motivation is for that person to write that kind of story. Are you saying, like, humans don't need super weapons? That makes sense. Oh, well, what is this? The endless are fading away. It would seem the gods are dead. But we needn't worry about that. I can make as many gods as we want or need. Whoa. Did I get a bad ending? What the hell was that? There is a Breath of Fire 5. It's called Dragon Quarter. A name that messes with my head every time because I keep thinking it's Breath of Fire 4 Dragon Quarter, but it's not. It's Breath of Fire 5 Dragon Quarter. Oh, something solution I wasn't reading. Dang it. Now you are also a mortal who will grow old and someday die. Me? Oh, hi I decided I'd stick around. I'm interested in seeing what happens after this. Are you immortal too? Like, you're like a ghost and literally a ghost in the shell, so like being inside Arbor is not so bad after all. While going the Alphonse Elric route. The Thwagons leave us. The dragons leave us. The end of an age is upon us. I don't know, like, it's just sort of a given for these stories, right? There always seems to be about, like, we're gonna rid the world of magic, we're gonna get rid of all the gods, we're gonna do stuff like that. I give up on reading this dialogue out loud, by the way, because it is so slow and it's interrupting my speak. You can read it yourself. Like, and it makes me wonder, like, okay, I actually haven't read an essay about this sort of thing or anything. So I want to know if I'm on the wrong track here, or if I'm on the right track here, or if I'm just making something up that isn't there. But with all the RPGs and anime and stuff, whatnot, specifically, that are about we need to get rid of gods, we need to get rid of all these superpowers, it just makes me think that they're anti-nuclear weaponry messages, which is not a bad thing, because I don't think the world needs nukes, that's for sure. But, you know, Japan has more of a reason than anybody to want to get rid of nuclear weaponry. And that just makes me think of every time, but I'm also wondering, like, is there more that you could do with this message? Because I think that at this point, it's been done so many times that maybe some people who are repeating it aren't really thinking about the original metaphor that may have inspired it. So with each game now, I'm just like, okay, you want to tell the story about how you need to get rid of all the gods, or you need to get rid of dragons or something, or you need to get rid of all the magic, and I'm like, is that really the only way? Is that the only way that you could do this now? Because on the one hand, it kind of just seems like a bummer. Like, I'm not saying I'm pro-nuclear weaponry, I'm not. But, I don't know. It seems a little... I don't know, this message is just done so many times that certain games, I feel like, don't go into enough detail about their own message, and it makes me wonder, like, was it really the right thing to just get rid of gods in this universe? What if the gods, the being that guide and shape our world, were to disappear? Don't know the answer to that. I think it depends on the game, though, because I really like the way that Fire Emblem... What was it? Fire Emblem Echoes did it, where they had to rise up against their gods because they were corrupt. And I thought that was neat. And then it ends up being, as DJ Micro says, that it's more about not wanting to be a pawn of a higher power. And I think that that is a good message, too.
夢を見て目が覚めて君がいなくて探しかけて気がついて少しだけ笑って消えていったぬくもりを指先が思い出して
To be fair, I was talking over the ending and I barely paid attention. Whatever, I'm recording this. I'll go back and watch it. The ending was shrug. I guess we'll just see what happens. I think it'll all work out. LOL.
だけど世界はずっと綺麗なままだね君一
Yeah, all the gods are gone. Ursula wants to stick around to see what happens. The evil scientist will be evil some more. And everybody's just like, I guess we did it. All the gods are now mortal. And I mean, like, I do like these ideas. These are all ideas that I've seen in other media that I do enjoy. Things like, oh, we're going to get rid of all the gods. We're going to get rid of magic. We're going to get rid of that. And then now you have to live as a mortal. Like, that stuff is very common. I just sort of, and I don't have any problem with things that are common in storytelling. It's just sometimes with games like this and others, I wish they had told me more of their, like, personal beliefs, if you know what I mean. Can you tell me more about what you believe about getting rid of the gods? It just kind of feels like, I don't know. These Breath of Fire games seem to have a very light touch with the story, so it's gesturing at a lot of the work that other games have done, at a lot of work that other stories have done, but they're not really doing it themselves, you know what I mean? I end up feeling kind of empty. And I know that I'm going through these games really fast, but I can't help but shake the feeling that these Breath of Fire games are very much like the Cliff Notes versions of an RPG story. Which is better than ones that get so far up their own ass that they are no longer saying anything. But I don't know. That was a beautiful game, well-crafted game. I'm glad this game exists. Kind of a weak, I don't know, not my personal favorite when it comes to the soundtrack. And definitely more focused with the storytelling than the previous Breath of Fire games. But still, I don't know, it's a very subtle and light touch, I suppose. I just kind of wish, I don't know. I don't know what I wish. I think that's a good way. It's like this seems to be missing a lot of its voice. Like the ideas are there, and it could just be that the game is old and I'm judging it too harshly. But oh, that says the end. Owari. But hey, I did it. I did it perfectly on time too. Thank you for playing. Whoa, that's some cool key art. Got Ursula riding on one of those Nautiluses. This is 600 encounters exactly. Max hit combo 19. Max damage 17,157. Fishing points 850. Fairies 3. Game points 16,427. What's a game point? Thank you for playing Breath of Fire 4. You can save this game data and continue playing from before the last battle. Wanna save? Sure, why not? Oh, a little Nina icon. And that's it. We're all done with this game, which means that next week I will be starting a brand new game. And I think that the game I will pick is going to be For Frog the Bell Tolls, which is that very short Game Boy game. Just because I've always been curious about it, and it seems like it would be a fun little way to spend a Sunday. And it is technically an RPG. I looked it up. It was like action role-playing or something. I do want to get back to Breath of Fire 2 at some point, but I've spent a lot of time with Breath of Fire 4, so it will be at least like one other full-length game before I go back to Breath of Fire 2. And that is the one that I would play first. I would play Breath of Fire 2 before Breath of Fire 5. I definitely will play Breath of Fire 2, don't worry. It's definitely on my to-do list because I want to get through that whole game. I had fun when I played it. I just got so stuck that, and I wasn't motivated to keep going. But I think with y'all, it's going to be a good time. That game is very silly. No, I didn't see that dragon. I bet it was optional. Like, I bet it's one that you have to go, like, backtrack to find or something so you can get all the summons. I only got, like, 3 summons. And I think this game has a lot more. And, like, I only have 3 dragon forms for Ryu. I bet there's a lot more of those, too. Alright, that's enough for me. I will catch you next week when we play a new game. Take care, y'all.